plugged in with Kinfolk The Plug.
Delvan Othello in the building.
We got a legendary group in the building. 50 million records sold. Legendary R&B group, Sons of Funk.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Yeah. Indeed. What's going on? How y'all doing?
It's good.
And we living, man. We out in Texas. It's crazy right now with all the storms and everything, but we making it, man.
Indeed.
So where are y'all at?
We all over the place.
Okay.
So I'm in me and Richard, RJ, we in Baton Rouge. He in the studio. I think is he on right now? He was.
I'm here
clicking around. And
there you go.
He's in Chattanooga. There you go.
Oh man, so y'all are all over. But I thought y'all from Cali.
Huh?
Yeah, we are. We're Josh. We're all of us actually are from California. Josh and I are from Northern California, and Richard was raised in Los Angeles. Richard is straight up from the hood. Don't let that light skin get you twisted. He is a Crip, and y'all hide everything that you don't want missing. I left my son on play. We all are from California. But we all made our way out here to the
So he the bad boy of the group, I'm assuming?
Oh, he's so bad. He annoys me. My son is bad, man. He's just a badass. I want to whoop him sometimes, and he just look at me and say, Pop, I'm a grown man. You can't whoop me no more. Whatever. But hey, you know what? I love him to death, man. The dude is phenomenal. I'm gonna keep it real with you. If Josh and I are phenomenal songwriters, whatever. However, if it wasn't for him, Sons of Funk, we really wouldn't be back. You know what I mean? Not the way that we are, as strong as we are, like where we can compete with the young audience. You know what I mean? And actually, I feel like we leading them now because we didn't came with a whole new hybrid of R&B. It's kind of it's in between the rap R&B. But it's new Sons of Funk, baby, yeah.
So,
Word.
what made y'all even leave, anyways? It seems like it was like a one album and y'all was just gone.
Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really that, man. It's like we did the one album. We had started working on the second album with him, but we had produced so much stuff for No Limit, man. And at that time, No Limit was at the heights of mega stardom, and it's like P was just so involved in so much stuff, man. He was a sports agent, he was a record label owner, and he was an actor. It was so much stuff going on, man. It kind of just like it became a lot, man. So we just, produced those records. We did that album. We started on the next record, man. And it's just, the next album didn't materialize, but, we kept on doing stuff. And, it was just, it kind of got hectic, man.
Did you say y'all maybe got put on the back burner because of everything?
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I was saying, do you think that y'all kind of just got put on the shelf because of everything going on? Did you say that?
I don't think we got put on the shelf. It was just like at that time, man, it was like Master P was so successful with all the records, artists he had done, man, Snoop and us and Mystical. It was just like, I think he was going in a different direction. At that time, he was trying to play basketball. So, you know what I'm saying? When the leader is involved in so many different things, man, it's kind of like, like we all about the music, you know what I'm saying? And P, he had so much going on, man. Much love to him. It was just at that point, man, we decided we just had to, go a different direction, But we still got love, man. We still do shows. And we just performed at the Essence with him not too long ago. and we still do
Right,
shows,
so-
man. So we still once you're part of the No Limit family, you always part of it, you know.
Right. And
So,
yeah, we was also in Denver recently with him.
Yeah,
oh,
Denver, yeah.
Denver's lit.
Mhm.
Denver's super lit. I like Denver.
Right
Yeah.
on.
So,
Indeed.
how did y'all meet? Let's go all the way back. So, how did y'all meet?
All right, let me. I can tell you all about that. So,
Yeah.
it started in like '93, and Dez is actually my cousin, and so I was in another group with our cousin. His name was Mark Suckaram. And so Dez was like, we never really knew that he did beats. And we never even knew he inspired to even be in music. So one spring afternoon, it was by the Lake Merritt. And at the time in '93, by the lake, everybody was hanging out, all the cars, dope cars, the honeys, the homies, everybody was out there by Lake Merritt. And so I happened to see Dez. He was like, cuz, I'm doing beats now. I'm producing. I was like, boy, whatever. I was like, what you producing? What you got? Mary Had a Little Lamb. Well, you can't fool with your cousin, man. I'm on another level. You feel me? No, cuz, come over. So right where I was, he was living, and right across the street from there was also Tupac, Money B, and Shock G, and all the Digital Underground. They had an apartment right across from Dez's place, right? So I went over there, and man, I'm telling you, so I go upstairs. He was like, "Cuz you ready?" I was like, "Let me hear this mess, man. You come on, man." And so he put on the music, and I mean, it was every sound that y'all can imagine. I mean, it was sounds that Teddy Riley had. Every sound that y'all can imagine that was on the radio, my cousin had. And I was like, damn. I was like, that's what, oh my God, how did you do this? This is what I've been looking for. This could take us to the stratosphere. Because I always knew I had the gift of writing songs. I just didn't know how to get those right sounds, do the up-to-date sounds that was popping. And so he had them. And so I said, I tell you what, give me this beat. Tomorrow I'm gonna come back with a hit record, right? And believe it or not, there's a song that we did that's better than Pushing Aside You, and it's called If Your Body Says Yes, Come On Over. It's actually better than Pushing. True story. So I came back the next day, and he was like, damn. And just so happened, Josh, we call him Big Suge now. That's Suge. Suge came through.
Yeah.
He was like, holy shit. Oh man, we got it. We got what it takes to make it to the next level. And so we started working the song out and everything. We go into the studio. Literally, our very first song was a smash hit record. And Greg, which is Dez's brother, he was, he lived there, so he was part of the group too. So
Right.
it was us, and then what we needed Dez wasn't, he was a lead singer, but at the time he didn't have the confidence. So I kept building his confidence. So we went and got this other lead singer. His name was Ed. And we put out that Body Say Yes, man. And you talk about selling tapes out the trunk. I had so many $1 bills, you swear I was going to the strip club, baby. I was making it.
Man, gotta do what you gotta do. Shit. So, being that close to Pac, did y'all ever meet Pac or anything and have any stories of Pac?
Yeah, I do. I truly do have a story. Matter of fact, my older brother and Pac were friends. If you saw the movie, when Pac lived in Marin, my brother lived downstairs from Pac, and Pac lived upstairs. And my brother would play him all our music. Now, my cousin Adrian Gregory was his manager. Do y'all remember in the movie?
Yeah.
The guy came from, that's my cousin.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like I would see Pac all the time. I mean, literally, he was right across the street from Dez's house. And then, but I'm gonna give y'all a story. Around that same time, I had seen Pac, and he said, "Reek, you know, you're really smart in the music business, man. He said, but keep in mind, don't be so smart as to try to keep all your publishing, because you got to remember these people who putting out this money for your music need some of their money back. He said, be smart enough to share in that with them so they can feel comfortable about putting their money up and it makes sense for them. And I use that same principle when I signed with No Limit. And true to fact, man, we all got brand new Benzes, brand new houses, stupid money in the bank, living in Beverly Hills. Big Shug, he was only what, 19 at the time.
19, yeah.
And shit, he was just. You tell him about your experience.
And I was
with that.
basically, man, I was fresh out of high school, man. And it was like, I'm fresh out, man. I got a brand new Benz living in Sherman Oaks. That was like another version of the Beverly Hills in Los Angeles, man. Man, Rolex watch it, all this money, man, and didn't have to go to work and none of that. I'm like, it was crazy, man. I'd go back, I'd go back home to visit the family, come from LA, and then go back to Oakland, man, go kick it with some of my friends, man. They still doing the same stuff, man, like hadn't progressed, man. So that just gave me the confidence in knowing that, right out of high school, I made it. I feel like I made the right decision, doing the music, man, because none of my friends had what I had. Not even I was the first one in my family, man, to accomplish that. You know what I'm saying? So I was proud of that accomplishment, man.
What was the first thing
I
y'all
love
bought?
it.
Some big checks.
Uh,
First thing y'all bought, big checks.
The very first thing when you got that big check.
What'd you buy?
Very first.
Yeah. We got a couple things. We bought houses, we bought brand new Benzes, we had brand new Rolexes, and we had about $200,000 in the bank a piece. We wasn't tripping. I mean, I'm telling you, today was a holiday for us.
I'm gonna tell you what I went and bought. I thought I was Eddie Murphy, man. I went and bought Rico. You remember my all leather yellow leather couch?
And Silk and them was laughing at you.
It was yellow, all yellow leather, man. And I thought I was doing it, man. It was like I was big pimping back then, man.
Tell you nothing.
They tell you nothing about my couch.
Yeah,
man.
you tell me nothing about that couch.
Man. Some of the things that we saw when we moved out there, man, it was bizarre. Like I'm gonna give y'all a story. I remember so I had a homeboy, rest in peace, his name was Eric Carr. And he was rolling, he was in the game, but he'd been my homeboy since like, 6th grade or whatever. And he told me to quit my job and just focus on music, and he got me. So so I moved in with my boy, and he was like, man, don't worry about no money, just go in that room, and whatever monies you need to do whatever, just go in there and get it. So I said, man, Eric, when I blow up, I'm gonna fly you to where I live. And I don't know why I said I'm gonna fly you. I just had a premonition. And I'm gonna take you to the mall and buy you anything you want. He was like, man, thank you, but you really don't. You be my boy since 6th grade, man. We best friends, bro. You don't have to. But I did. So I flew all my homeboys to LA. And I said, y'all want to go to Fox Hill to see some honeys, or do y'all want to go to the Beverly Center to see some stars? They was like, man, the hell with them stars. Where the honeys at, right? It was Saturday, so we all got ready. We went over to the Fox Hill Mall, and man, it was this little baby. It was this little baby in this security guard suit, right? And I'm thinking, damn, why would that security guard bring his son to work with him? But it was cool, but why would he do that knowing his Bloods and Crips or whatever, and anything could happen? Man, we walked out there. Now, mind you, my homeboys is some thugs now. They true life, but they my homeboys. We grew up together, right? And we got up on them. Man, it was Gary Coleman. Them boys fell out laughing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing pictures of him working.
Oh, he was wow.
Yeah.
I remember that.
He was security guard. He was. He was doing the most. Yay. So yeah, that's some of the adventures of living, you know, being with P. Oh, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, but then I'm gonna segue into Baby Richard, how we met and everything. So man, I remember this one time me and P was in the studio. We was in what's that studio we used to always be at, Josh? Right there on La Brea, and it was Sunset, it wasn't Sunset Sound, was it?
Nah, nah. What nah. Hey, I can't remember.
Michael Jackson Michael Jackson recorded Thriller there.
The record plant?
One of them. We was everywhere. So anyway, I know he gonna get mad when he see, well, why you keep telling people that old story? Anyway, it was LL Cool J was in the studio with us, right? And L was cool. We was laughing. He remembered me from back in the day because we had met some years prior or whatever. And so all of a sudden, this dude walks in with this table and this white sheet and everything. He said, "Mr. Smith, are you ready?" And he said, "Yeah." So all of a sudden, L kind of like unbuckled his buckle and kind of did his pants down. And he got on the table, and the man got to massaging him. And I'm looking at Pete, and the man and LL going like this. Ooh.
Oh, nah.
Oh, Hey, I say, Pete, what part of the so Pete go like this? That's what happened when they moved to Hollywood, man. I don't know. You don't get your big ass off that table. So, yeah.
Oh man.
That is
I want to bring it in to Baby Richard. Go ahead, Baby Richard. Talk your shit. tell him everything. Y'all go ahead and ask Baby Richard some stuff.
What you said?
Who was y'all's inspirations?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rich. Inspiration.
My inspiration, normally like the 90s, like Tyrese, Usher, Genuine.
Yeah. See, it's
you know, like
go ahead.
TLC back in that little era, like when all that was popping, like
right.
Yeah, that was a real R&B.
Right.
I was like,
you know what I'm saying?
What's so funny, man? We know all them cats. You know, Tyrese, Genuine. Me and Jen was real tight. Like I'm in that video still. Same OG.
Same OG.
We used to hang out. Me and I'm also real close with the group Player. Me and Black are real tight. And matter of fact, P had did it so good. Whoever they was with, they was like, man, we don't even want to be on this label no more. We won't be on No Limit. Look what all y'all got. We ain't got half of what y'all got. Yes, all in the videos. Come on over to No Limit.
Yeah, no, G's a good dude. I've known G for like about 15 years. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
So who discovered y'all?
Go ahead, Josh. You can answer that.
I don't know. I'd have to say, man, I can't say discover, but I'd say who kind of put us together. I had to give credit to Dez for that. Because me and Dez went to high school together. We were in high school in Oakland, and he used to make beats. He was already making beats, man, for different people and various rappers throughout the city. And you know, he met me. I was in jazz band class at the time. He heard me playing the piano, and he's like, "Man, you raw on that piano." And you know, I came out to church, man. I grew up in the church, so I've been playing the piano since I was a little boy. And he said, "Man, you got to get with me, man, so you can put some of them chords with my beats, man. I think we have this good sound." So I started, you know, doing the stuff with him, and that's how we came up with that Body Say Yes, Body Says Yes. Rico was talking about earlier, man. We came up with the sound. He came up with the beat. I put the chords on it, And at that time, man, it was just that sound was ahead of its time. Then Rico heard it. He came and heard it, and he's the master lyric writer, man. He a genius, man. It's like I think he can compete with Neo and some of these great writers, man. He put the lyrics with it, and that's kind of how it came about, man. It's like, and then a lot of people started taking notice, man, like Hammer, Hammer, Stanley Burrell, and we had a lot of looks. We was on the same label one time with the Fugees, Columbia Records.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people started giving us a good look, man, and that was many years before we connected with No Limit and P.
So who took y'all to P?
Who hooked us with P?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who took y'all to- Oh, you.
He's lying.
Shit,
Oh,
man.
Yeah, it was Rico, but we did have our homies in Oakland that they was already signing a little bit of Steady Mob.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
Black Mafia.
He had that.
Yeah,
But
Black
see,
Mafia.
What had happened? Go ahead, Josh.
But I was gonna say they was already signed, so Rico kind of got us to the promised land, and then he kind of like hooked up with them, and then it just kind of But tell him, Rick.
Yeah, so what happened, I had met P before he actually blew up.
Yeah.
In Richmond. And we was at this barbershop called Mark's Barbershop. And he had saw me at the Black Family Day in Sacramento when I was in this other group. And we was kind of like New Edition. We had all the girls going crazy or whatever. They was screaming and we was singing, dancing, and they was loving it, right? So about 2 weeks later, I see P. Well, I see a picture of P on my homeboy's mantle because he cuts hair, right? And I was like, damn, who is these damn basketball players with these gold teeth? I ain't never seen basketball players. P and them is tall. I'm pretty tall. We pretty tall, but they tall.
Right.
I'm 6'2.5", almost 6'3". P and them is 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". They
Right.
basketball height, And so about 5 minutes later, P walks in and he had Serve, he had Moby, he had Silk, C. I mean, everybody that you see, they all hung together. It was always together, right? So they walked in. So P sat right next to me. He said, "Hey man, I saw you singing the other day, man, and they loved you, bro." He said, "If ever you make it, will you help me? And if ever I make it, I'll help you." Bro, like I was broken in glass on the concrete. You hear me? And so P blew up and he remembered that, man. We made a vow with each other. I was like, yeah, I'll help you. And I gave him Pushing Inside You, man. 3 weeks later, we sold 4 million copies and we never looked back. Never looked back, man. Once I saw him again, man, it was just on like nobody's business, man. And the man was real and he stayed true to his word. If y'all ever want to see somebody that's tenacious beyond belief, that's a brother that y'all can like. Everything y'all see how he is, that's really how he's really worse than that. He's far tenacious and getting. Oh man, the dude is something else, man. And I've learned so much from him, man. I learned actually. And I'm a great songwriter. I actually learned how to write songs better watching him one time. I learned some business ethics, how not to do or not to fall into certain situations that other people fall into, to stay out of trouble, whatever. Oh, the dude his brain he's already thinking 30 years ahead of us. Promise you, man. That's how dope Master P is.
So
Indeed.
y'all don't have problems with P like other artists do. That was
Man,
all
hell no. Man, look, if I walk around this house, I got a whole mansion. You hear me? It's inadvertently because of P. Because we had the right music. We sold. I sold my house in Beverly Hills. I built this beautiful mansion that I'm in now. I got 2 acres of land. I got a whole lake in my backyard. I got property. I got stocks, man. And inadvertently it's because
Hey, that's what this platform is for, so these younger generation artists can learn from y'all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
People like ourselves, they don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, so that's why we like that.
yeah, let me tell you behind the scenes what's going on next. Okay, so that's my son right there, Rich, right? So when we about to do this next deal, we gonna get we gonna get about $1 million. You know, they don't give out too much money, but we gonna get about $1 million, $1.5 million. And you know, I'm gonna let him do, you know, I'm gonna let him for a better word, let him fuck off a few dollars, pay off his house or whatever. But then we're gonna take 100,000, we're gonna put it in the stock options, and it's going to accumulate so much more money. And this is what he's gonna buy a few pieces of property. It'll never be broke ever a day in his life, ever. You know what I'm saying? I would love to teach other artists just as well. Like, don't just go buy the diamonds. Don't get, you know, don't get sucked into that. I gotta go get this car or whatever. All that stuff depreciates. When you go turn them diamonds in, they ain't nowhere near what you pay for them. You be like, wait a minute, no, that ain't what it's worth. You know what I mean? It's not about that. And see, P actually taught a lot of us, well, he taught all of us that on No Limits. Some of us listened, some of us didn't. Some of us got homes, and some of us don't. Some of us damn near homeless, you know? But trust this, P gave everybody that you see that had a record out, everybody had a brand new house. Everybody had a brand new car. Everybody had no less than 15, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 in their bank account. Now, if you can't survive from there, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And all this your name. All this shit was in your name, man. You feel me? But see, I thank God I had parents who, you know, they went to college, so they, you know, they knew business, and especially my mom. My mom was savage. My dad was a genius. He was book smart, but my mom she was more hood. You know, she was like, no, nigga, you gonna do this with your money. You gonna do this, and you ain't gonna do that, right? So that's how I was able to survive. So that's what we gonna do this rip, you know, again, but it's gonna be bigger.
Yeah.
So, how's your relationship with like the other No Limit artists?
Go ahead, Josh.
Man, it's straight, man. We just talked to Moby Dick about 2 weeks ago. Man, we got so much love, man. Like, man, every time we see Mystical, man, it's like you saw all them at the Essence Festival, man. Mystical get to sing it, pushing inside you, and dancing and clowning with us, man. And Mia X, we love her, man. That's like she the mama of the tank. We love Mia. Rico and Fiend is, you know, they talk all the time. To serve, you know, that's our people, man. We still got love for all of them, man. We just, you know, we all family. Always gonna be family, man. We just you know, everybody goes in different musical directions and, you know, do different networking, but we all a family, man. We come back together for No Limit reunions and stuff like that. So it's all love, man.
So what about new music with the tank?
Like, well, now that's a whole different thing. Hold up.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you don't think we can get like Sons of Funk and Mystical, Sons of Funk and Fiend?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm starting to itch a little bit. Hold on. Wait a minute. I love them. Yeah, they my people. But see my son over there? You know, he know who they are, but he like, Pop, they old. We can't fool with them. They gonna make us sound like some old. No, we no. He me like a dog. Let me tell you what he told me last night. So I heard some music in the studio. I didn't even know he was over to the house. He over there in there creating some. So he got a hot one now because we finna go back in the studio after this and lay it down. So I peeks in. I say, baby Richard. He said, "What's your old ass want? Go back to sleep."
He was trying to interrupt my vibe, man. I had the vibe by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You had to put him back to bed.
Yeah, put him back to bed. I'm in here late night trying to do my own thing right quick.
Right. Like I said, I respect and love everybody from the tank, and if they step their game up into now, because what you guys gotta remember, it still is a business. It is a viable business, and people are buying this and streaming and making money from this, millions and millions of dollars. And you have to be able to sell the wares that are selling in marketplace. And if your tangibles are old and finished, ain't nobody looking for it. You know what I'm saying? So my son is taking us in it, here's the deal. We got the hooks of Steel, the Sons of Folk, i.e. Earth, Wind and Fire, Michael Jackson, those people, Isley Brothers. We still have those strong songs, but he takes it when it comes to those verses. He gives you the cadence of the young. So now we got this hybrid new R&B where the older people can get into it and the younger people. This DJ just told me, he said, Rico, I got a new name for your music. It's called Snap. I said, what is that? He said, well, it's like trap and when you want to be young, and snap because you're trying to be young and you break your knee. So it's called Snap.
Right now.
Yeah. So with the new music.
Oh yeah, that's
I was actually, yeah.
that's wonderful thing.
All right, let me ask y'all this. Are there any new artists? Because I know you said something about, you like the 90s people, but is there anybody new that you check for, maybe Jacquees or anybody like that? Or y'all just see y'all going on Facebook? You know what I mean?
That we want to perform with or we want to get down with?
Perform with, who you listening to, any of that.
Oh. Shit, Drake, Chris Brown. If for me, Drake and Chris Brown. Drake and Chris Brown. Did I say Drake and Chris Brown?
Drake. What about you, Little Rich?
Go ahead, Little Richard.
I've been listening to some people back from LA like Blast. I listened to Eric Bellinger.
Yeah, good dude.
Elliot Trent, like people like that, like people coming up, like
yeah. Okay.
I like artists that's coming up. You hear the hunger when you listen to the music. So that's why I like artists that's coming up too.
Oh man, shoot, all them people y'all named, I love, man. But I wanted to, I like Pop Smoke, man. Rest in peace, man.
Man,
Pop Smoke, man, is like.
Hey, we had 50 Cent's new artist on the show. Yeah, we had 50 Cent's new artist on the show already, and he was asking us about the album. We was like, no, that album hard, bruh. Like we don't mess with a lot of young ones, but I was like, no, that little boy had it.
Yeah.
And he like that dude, he really just started rapping. He wasn't like that wasn't a career thing. All of a sudden, I think he played sports or something, didn't he? And then all of a sudden, he was like, I can rap.
Yeah.
And he blew up. Indeed. Yeah. It happens like that. Yeah.
I think he was one of those artists. To me, he was one of those artists. Even if he didn't rap, I think he would have found a way
to be popular.
That's how. That's the vibe that I got from it. It's sad to see him, be gone at such an early age. But
Indeed.
It is sometimes.
So, do y'all have a favorite studio session?
Yeah, I do have a favorite studio session. I'm gonna tell you something. Now I'm gonna let them tell theirs, but I can remember this. This is a very humbling situation. and this again with Master P. We were in the studio and I was recording P, and it was some song, and I was like, no, P, that's not it. That's not it. You gotta, your timing is off. You gotta get your timing. No, no, no. And so the brother told me, he said, hey man, Rico, I'm gonna tell you what, we gonna sit here till you decide that this is right. And I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna make sure that you feel comfortable, but by the time we leave out here, that you got what you want. So now that was my boss, right? That man was breaking out the checks. I mean, that damn Louis Vuitton bag. When you saw that, you baby, it was time to smile. Day. But what I learned was that even though he was a damn near billionaire at this time, he still humbled himself to say, "Hey, if you willing to take your time to make me the best to sell more of my product, then I'm willing to humble myself and listen to you and do what is needed to be successful." So in that, I learned even the leader must learn how to be the follower in certain instances. Alpha male must know how to be a beta male to get certain things in life. You gotta learn when and when not to. You know what I mean? And that opened my eyes to a whole lot, and I appreciate him thoroughly to this day for showing me that. Indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite studio sessions, man, we were in LA, and that's C Murder at that time. C Murder was dating Monica. And C Murder, man, man, if you hang around C Murder, that is shout out to C, man. We love C, man, forever, man. It's like it's a funny guy, man. He could have been a stand-up comedian, man. He's just hilariously funny, man. But so we were doing the song, man, and Monica was supposed to be singing on the hook. I don't know, man. I don't know if she was having a bad night that night, but she really wasn't into it. She was, I don't know, she wasn't feeling good or whatever, but C so crazy. He's like, I got this, man. She gonna sing on it. He was like Ike Turner. He went in there and said something, smooth talked her. Smooth talked her. Man, he came back out. He came out the booth. He went in the booth. She was in the booth. He sweet talked her, man, said something to her in the ear, man. He came back out. Man, I ain't never seen that woman sing so good in her life, man. I was like, he was just smooth like that, man. He was cool, man. And he was a character, man. So at that time we was putting some I think Montel Jordan was in the studio. P had called him to be on our album, but man, he had some tracks we weren't feeling at that time. our stuff was hot, man. The tank, man. We had the sound. We had the sound at the time, so you know what I'm saying. We just used a lot of our own in-house people, man, on the tank, and got the project done, and it was on. But we kind of like to a lot of people, man, mysterious legends. We've been around forever, man. We done wrote for a lot of people, and produced a lot of songs. But y'all check out this new stuff. Y'all gonna love it. It's something special.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So what happened to the other members of the group? Everybody was just like,
well, like okay, Dez is and Greg, they're doing their own thing, and we still are very much in contact with each other heavily, but we wanted to go in different directions. And again, my son, I had to put him on. You know what I mean? He's that nigga dope. Oh my God. I was like, I ain't finna leave him in the hands of somebody else. Oh no, pump it.
No.
Yeah, then so, and I got twins too, right? So I'm about to put it, Lil Rico and Jade, I'm about to put them on. But RJ, man, he's so special, man. Like and the beauty of him too is he don't even know how talented he truly is. He's beyond belief. And I'm not just saying that because he's my son, but the dude is dope. Like I can't imagine some of the things. Like I challenge him. Like some of the songs I write, I'm like, I know he ain't finna come, and he come with it. And not only do he come with it, it be dope. it be artistic, and it's just phenomenal. And me and Josh just sit back and be going, I'll be tapping and going, nigga, we about to go to the bank, nigga.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys, have y'all ever crossed paths with TQ?
Yes, I know TQ.
Funny because y'all like all it like we
Yeah.
had him on the show like last week, and
Last
it's like
week, yeah.
it seemed like y'all like would cross paths easily with that.
Yeah, he the homie, man. Like, I don't know how we never really hooked up because like he was in between the Bay and LA a lot, right?
Right.
And he's a very nice guy, very, very nice guy. And I don't know how we never really met and hooked up with that dude as far as a group situation. But then he got with Cash Money, and then so we was already rolling by the time he got on with them, and I don't know, I don't think his situation fared too well. But hey, I would love to get in contact with that brother, man. If y'all can put me in contact with him.
Yeah, bro. I talk to him a lot, so we actually working on something too. Yeah, I definitely would put that in.
Because I would love for him to do a song with us, to meet my son, because I really feel TQ never really got his just due for me. I don't think he got the hype to where he should have really could, because he really should have been a superstar. The boy was dope. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would love to do a song with him, man, and get down. Yeah, y'all hook that shit up. Yeah. I got a little.
Hey, you know his cousins are the twins in Jagged Edge. So his cousins are the twins in Jagged Edge.
Really? Now, see, that's so weird, man, because everybody swear I look like them two dudes, man.
Yeah.
Like, you related to the Jagged Edge, boy. Like, no. Yeah, you look like the Jagged Edge, boy.
Hey,
I was like,
hey,
man, all right, whatever. We might be. We look so much damn alike. I saw it the one day. I was like, God damn, I thought it was me. Yeah. So yeah, I would like to hook up with them too, man.
Yeah, they dope.
Indeed. We all from the same, we cut from the same carpet. Yep.
Favorite No Limit album other than the Sons of Funk?
That Ghetto D, baby. A Ghetto D. Indeed.
Man. I like the TRU album.
Which one?
Oh yeah.
TRU?
Oh, okay.
The subtitle.
Yeah, the first one.
First one, yeah.
So I think it came out like yesterday that Mac is coming home. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, man. I'm glad you brought that up. Let me tell you about that dude, man. He's a very, very humble, sweet, compassionate person. I know because I live in Louisiana. I know that he didn't do anything. They're notorious for making making bad out of you when you go to court with these people. And again, it's racism. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I always about black people sticking together. Like when y'all just said, tell TQ to call me, man. Like I want to just get down because he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? If we don't help each other, there's no one to help us. You feel me? It ain't nobody but us. So we got to support each other and make this thing happen. Mac didn't deserve it, but they made an example out of him when he went to court. The judge told him, I know you didn't do it. I know you didn't kill that boy. I know for a fact you didn't pull the trigger. You had no gun residue on your hand. But we're going to make an example because we can't get Master P, but we're going to get you. And he sat down for 21 years of his life. Can y'all imagine that? No. 20, y'all look like some young dudes. I really don't know how old y'all are, but y'all look very young to me. So imagine 21 years from your life. Y'all probably about like 10, 12, 8. I don't know. Y'all look that Okay, so okay, I would have never guessed. You look about 21 to me, brother. I
Yeah,
promise
bro.
you that.
I got that the other day at the gym. I was like, "Rip."
Yeah, man, you look like a very young guy. Like, again, I'm tripping on how you know some of these. I was like, how do you know all this? When
I
you
mean, to be
about my
completely honest
son's
though,
age.
I'm a music junkie. Like I am a music junkie. Like he'll tell you, like I am very music. Like that's my
Indeed.
girl. You know what I'm saying? So
You too, my friend. Y'all look very, very young. So, 21 years of Mac's life. He never got a shot. He was the Tupac of the tank. He was the best rap artist that we ever had. He was phenomenal. And he was see, brother, what's your name, brother, in the yellow right here?
Delvan Othello.
Okay, he has that. You and Mac have the same personality. Very low key, very compassionate. I know that you think a lot. I'm looking at you. I see your wheels thinking as you sit there, and that's how Mac was. And I could tell, man, and that's how Mac was. He was a beautiful, beautiful guy, man. He didn't deserve to go to jail at all, man. Now we could talk about C murder. C didn't do it either. However, C was so out of control.
yeah, that's the story we got from everybody else.
Yeah,
C was out of control. He was doing a lot of wild, foul stuff. Again, I don't think C took nobody's life. He really, would he take your life? You threatened him? Yeah, you threatened him. P or Silk, you was gonna die that night. But just aimlessly kill somebody for nothing, no. And C still has his street code. He not finna say who did it. He not finna rat. He not finna do all that. Which, okay, whatever. However, he doesn't deserve to be there. However, truly, Mac never deserved to go to jail. At the end of the
day, I've read up on his case. Like they didn't have anything.
Nothing.
Something didn't match. None of it. Like it was. Man.
And that's the thing. It's not just racism. It's systemic racism.
Systemic. Thank you.
It's a huge difference. And people can be racist and say racist stuff, but the actual system, that's what people don't see. It's not in your face every day. So you don't see it like that. It's not like the 60s where you walk out and people spit on you, call you the N-word and things like that. Now it's in the system. So it's behind closed doors, and that's what makes it even worse because it's not in your face anymore. People can just go to their homes and watch TV and not even think about it. So that's
right,
and that makes it worse now.
Right.
If you don't know.
But if you go to court, right, and we have no logistic power. I think it's starting to come about now. However, as of right now, we still don't have the power that we need as African American people, and systemic racism is prevalent. You got a whole president who was impeached twice, and nothing happened. He just turned over his taxes, and truly the books were cooked. There's nothing going to happen to him. So that lets you know systemic racism is prevalent. Nothing going to happen to the white supremacists. Nothing. As of right now. One day the shift of power is coming. However, right now nothing's jumping off. Indeed.
As long as we're here, we can just do what we got to do to make it better for our kids and kids.
There you go. And help each other out. And that's why we on your show, because I don't know. I've never seen you guys show before, but hey, I know that y'all Black, and I know you need my help, and I need your help. You feel me? So I'm here for you. You here for me.
Right.
Amen.
Man. Were you guys close to Magic and Slim before they died?
Josh, you got any story? You got any stories? I got a story about Slim, but I'm gonna let Josh tell you if he got any stories. So
Magic, Magic, man. He used to love when he was in the studio. I think Magic, man, he wanted to be a singer, really, instead of a rapper.
You can hear it listening to his music. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to like be in the studio with him, man. He come in there, man. I play the piano and he'd sing all the time instead of rap. And I used to crack up, man. But he had this swag, man. He was really cool, man. It's like I really enjoyed like being in the studio with him, and so that was my thing about as far as match. Like Slim, I don't know. You got your story about Slim Ring?
you see, me and that damn Slim was tight.
Oh,
You know my personality. Oh yeah, Slim was a fool. Oh my God, when I first met him, we was in Los Angeles. We was recording Miss My Homies. And I walked up, I looked at him, I said, nigga, you a star. He fell out laughing. And so let me tell you, so Slim and P and them used to play basketball together, right? So around about 12 o'clock, Slim would dip off and go put on a ski mask, and he'd come and rob them. He's there, and P told me, he said he would have to put his money over to the left side because that was Slim's money for the rob money for that day, right? So 12 o'clock, he said, Slim, I know that's you. It ain't me.
That's wild, man. That's wild shit.
That's what I'm telling you. And still busting out laughing while he telling the story, man. And I just loved him, and I would see him all the time. We was out here. He was like, Rick, I love you, bro. Like, man, you know, I know you always, you know, me and you would click clack. But as soon as we met, he said, you know, and then just one day, man, they just killed me. They just said Slim was gone, you know. And but I have fond memories of that brother. Man, just he's a character. It was like all these dudes that you see, they gangsters, but them some of the funniest cats you ever see. Master P could be a stand-up comedian. That nigga is funny. When I tell you he's hilarious, like that's another side people don't see about P, but P is funny. Slim is funny. See, Silk, now he's a different. Now me and Silk was super tight. Me, Silk, and Big Shug, we was super. All three of us, you could always see us together. But he's very quiet, very introspective. He watches everything, and he's always got P's back. He always tell P, watch out for this person. Look at this person. These people is doing it. Oh yeah. Now that's one. Silk, you won't see him joking around too. You got to really be close with Silk for him to joke. Now he'll joke with us, but like if he didn't know you, if y'all watch him, he ain't gonna say too much. He watching everybody and everything, you know. But the rest of them is the clowns.
Sound like a good balance.
Yeah, because we had Young Bleed on the show. He was saying the same thing.
Yeah,
everybody. So
now Young Bleed is my family. My kids and his kids are cousins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh boy, y'all just all kinds of related.
You know, that's that South, man. The South is, you know.
Yeah, it's a South thing. Yeah.
Big families.
Big family.
When are we getting this new album?
Man, we dropping every day. Shit, we just dropped Just Kicking, and it's and you know, hey, my boy came with that one, man. Rich, I was like, boy, you came with a hit. And yeah, I was like, and then you got a reminiscence of Escape, you know, Just Kicking on there. And I heard that, I was like, man, we finna shoot the video for this. So that's doing extremely well. We about to drop Miss Me With That Bullshit. We gonna shoot the video for that one March 6th. So we constantly dropping, and again, our whole major thing is to get another major deal, and then once we do that, we finna go to the stars and beyond again, man. Because we not only got like you know, trap, R&B, rhythmic, but we got some really great pop records just as well, but heartfelt, not none of that you know, processed pop music, but really great.
Yeah.
You know. So that's just where we at. Indeed.
Are you guys trying to write for other artists?
Yeah, we right now we will. So like say for instance, TQ or Jagged Edge, they needed something that sounded more up to date. Then we definitely got some stuff for them. But as of right now, I'm solely so concentrated on Sons of Funk, man, that I don't really even see nobody else. It's Sons of Funk to the stars, baby. You know, that's where we at.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Amen.
Hey, keep your eye on the prize, you know.
Yes, indeed.
So y'all trying to do another tour or anything coming up?
Yeah, we just got a deal with HBO. It's called Pure Energy. We're going to be flying to Atlanta, and we're going to be doing the soundtrack for them. We're going to be on the show. It's going to actually kind of segue into getting another record deal with Universal through that. Thank you. And we also just got another deal with Sleeping Giants. What is it? What is it, Josh?
Sleeping Giant Entertainment.
Yeah.
Sleeping Giant Entertainment.
Yeah. And they did all the music for The Blind Side, Book of Eli, Dolphin Tale. They did really big music. So they heard our music. It was like, oh my God, we got to have you guys on our team. So we just landed that deal as well. And that also has to do with HBO, Netflix, landing our music on different big projects. And so that's what we're going to be doing. And then we're going to be going out on tour, just with everybody, and just we finna get down, man, and just do what we do.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of just. We've been, I would say we've just been doing a lot of networking and behind the scenes, man. Trying to get into some TV movie stuff since COVID has the concert shut down. It's like all we could do for a while was the streaming concerts. We've done a streaming concert, but now everything's starting to come back, man, with the vaccine and everything. So we'll be out there gigging more. So a lot of stuff we had to do was pertaining more to streaming avenues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just a different time now. You just gotta adapt. So
yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. So
are you guys gonna do movies?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh?
We're gonna do movies.
Yeah, we got
He got excited about that.
Y'all need some extras, man.
He got excited about that.
Y'all need some extras.
The movie is called what the fuck our movie called?
Income Tax. Man.
Tax. Yeah. And it's with if y'all seen our video Clout sprinting, our little homeboy Calvin, he the sprint hero. And it's gonna be like Fridays, right? So the girl gets robbed by the sheriff because sheriff about stealing income tax checks just as well, right? Oh yeah. Right. So he gets mad, and all of a sudden he just turns into sprint hero, and he get in the fight just like he did with Debo. He getting knocked out a little bit, but he come back when he put that cape on. All hell break loose, baby. You hear me? But it's gonna be. It's just gonna be set in the hood, just like the video, and it's gonna be hilarious. And we're gonna have like Funny Mike. We're gonna have some really, pretty cool people, really good big internet people that's gonna be in the movie just as well. It's gonna be shot by Aaron Williams, who's doing some really good things in big movies as we speak right now. Yep.
Did y'all watch the No Limit BET special?
Yeah, we saw that.
How y'all feel about it?
Was it pretty accurate?
Was it pretty accurate to y'all?
Go ahead, Josh.
Was that so? Oh yeah, it was pretty accurate, man. It was like how like Q came up and he got his start, and how he formed the tank and all that stuff. That stuff was pretty accurate, man. We just kind of felt some type of way, man. It's like
y'all wasn't like,
he didn't include us, in it really, man. And it was like, it's like how you leave out the only R&B group on the all rap label. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't like we beefing or nothing. So, it ain't like we got no beef going on or nothing. I mean, we cool, man. So it's just like I don't know if it was had something to do with time constraints or whatever, man. But it was just, we kind of felt like, man, he should have put us in there. But we gonna do our own thing, man. We gonna do our own docuseries. You know what I'm saying? And then we gonna tell our side of things, man, and refresh people, man, and let them see, what I'm saying, give them some history. So look for ours, man. Ours gonna be real entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, I can only imagine all these stories y'all done gave us today.
So why don't y'all do like a Sons of Funk movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we got one too, man. That one is so cold. Like y'all, I don't know if y'all remember, it was 5 of us initially, and when we got signed with No Limit, Rick was crazy, man. I love him to death, but he was a crazy man. He had demons. He thought he was Tupac. Then he thought he was a preacher, and all these people was living up in his body. You feel me? And so we kept telling him, nigga, Tupac is dead. You want to die? You feel me? He's like, you calling on these demons. So
right.
short, he got back home with all this money Pia gave us, right? And he had 5 women pregnant. He was pimping 3 women, and he had a wife. And he goes in this really bad. Yeah, then he goes to this bad part of Richmond and tries to get her some weed or some crack or whatever. And he gets into it with these dudes, and he tries to run off, and they shot him and hit him in the lung. And then they shot the girl, and they say when they found her, her face was hanging off. It was gory, man. It was, we got a story to tell. And it's deeper than that, man. It's spiritual, how I actually led us to go to LA, because God told me, I was working at Charles Schwab in East Schwab, and God said, if you don't go to LA in 72 hours, you never gonna make it in the music industry. And I did it. And long story, man, I seen P, and it was like this orange halo came over. Whoa. And I said, hey man, I'm broke.
Hey man.
Oh, you crack me up, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, much, man. For real. So like, did y'all ever cross with Suge at all?
Josh no Suge. That's why we call him Big Suge.
They call me Big Suge. It's like, man, I used to go, man. I used to be Rico had already moved to Baton Rouge, man. So he was out there, man, in Baton Rouge for a lot of years, and I loved LA, man. I couldn't leave LA for nothing, man. Rico used to tell me, man, you might want to think about coming down south, man. It's like, come down here, man, and spend some of your money in the south, man. It'll stretch a lot further. I was like, man, I ain't going to no south, man. I ain't going to the boondocks, man, in the country. And all that. I used to clown and say, it's gonna be boring out there, man. You ain't gonna have me in a sticks board. And I just right. I'm telling you, man, it ain't what you think. So, man, I resisted, man. I stayed in LA and I used to party, man. I was the club person, man, going to the club, man. Different honeys every night going out, man. And I would bump into Suge at different events, man. And, man, Suge is a real cool dude, man. Suge got swag, man. It's like, I don't promote or condone any of the nefarious, violence or whatever, man. That's, that goes along with his story, man. But his swag, his confidence, him as an alpha male, man. I thought he was cool, man. He's a real cool cat, Now I don't know, how he is when you do business with him. If you cross him, it's like, I don't know that part of it because I never did business with him. But as far as kicking it out in the clubs and all that, man, and seeing him out, he a cool, laid back cat, man. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of subscribe to his demeanor, man. I'm kind of like laid back, man, and confident, man. And sometimes you see me with my cigar, you know what I'm saying? And so that's my thing, man. I got the beard. You might can't see it. It's a little rough right now. I got the beard, but man, I got love for Suge, man. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna play Suge?
We all from the West Coast, so
So y'all gonna leave us with a little something?
Yeah. Before we get up out of here.
Yeah. What happened?
Y'all leave us with a little something. I see the fingers.
Yeah. And that's it. The timing on it is gonna be kind of bad because it's like late, but yeah. Sure feels damn to me when I'm pushing inside you. I can't explain the way it feels. All I wanna do is be with you. Yeah, babe. Yay! Yay!
Give them your social media so the fans can find you. We gonna plug all that in. We gonna tag. We gonna promote all the music every time it comes out. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right
so like, just give them your social media.
Okay. I have a Sky pager. You can reach me on that if it's major.
Same one.
I got that same one from 95, bro.
Two-way.
Yeah. Two-way. That old school two-way.
Hey. And we are old.
Rico, Sons of Funk. Bam.
Lorenzo_Blaze at IG.
At RJ Sons of Funk.
Yay.
Is there a website?
Any websites or anything else?
www.sonsoffunknirvana.com. Yeah. Now the Nirvana part is when we started. That's our alter ego when we start doing the pop stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snap.
Did you listen to Nirvana?
Huh?
You listen to Nirvana?
Yeah,
that boy cold. That boy was cold.
Yeah. Hey, that boy was black. I don't care what nobody said. He was hood.
Hey, he had like a deep story. I was like, that boy, he cold, bro.
That just brought me back, man. I remember when that video came out on MTV. Like, it was a premiere. That shit was wild. I was like,
this shit go. Like, because it appealed to young black people, man. We was into that. Oh, I love Kurt Cobain. Yep.
We out. Thank you, Son Fun, for hanging out with us.
Thank y'all for coming out.
Thank y'all so much.
Go check out that new music right now. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Thank you. We out.
Peace.
I'm the plug. Yeah. I'm the plug.